that way, when content is announced, people are up in arms and they buy it right away, you know? And that pisses off a lot of people. People still buy it. They still buy it. It's almost becoming the new meta now. But it still pisses off folks. Sadly. Rinconcito 88. Thanks, Throw. Oh man, you could just smell the Hispanic levels from that name that he just conjured up, man. It almost smells like arroz con pollo y tallarine verde. Empanadas y alfajores. Oh. Damn, still pressing jab. Even in the block string. There we go. Yeah, you guys remember the days of free DLC? Remember those days? Back in like Xbox, like the first generation? That shit was exciting. So many people had something to look forward to. And games like Halo 2 lasted for like, how many years? Even with all the other games releasing, they would go back to Halo 2 because they did shit right. They need to follow that example, man. This is gonna do a lot of damage. Ow, 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 ow. That hurts, man. Put her in ender. What you doing? Read a book. I know. When we bought complete, you know, packaged games that had everything, those were the days. I think there's more to it than, you know, just secret content being a secret because of, you know, a marketing strategy. Sometimes people, you know, sometimes companies don't even have a choice, you know. But, you know, some games still thrive and some others don't. Let me ask you guys a question. I'm going to ask you guys, I want to see what your view is about this game. Do you think the way that it was handled, now I'm not talking about, you know, the quality of the companies or anything like that. I'm talking about the dates that this and that has been released from the game, from Season 2, from new characters, you know, everything that was handled. Do you guys think it was handled, you know, do you guys think it was a great delivery of content? Do you guys think it could have been done better? Do you guys think they needed way more time? Do you think the time was perfect? They had all the time they needed. Now they're just kind of teasing people with new characters. Do you think the game should have been released way later? Like, what do you guys think with everything that we've been up to so far with Season 1, the patches, Season 2, new characters? How do you guys think the delivery is? Do you think it was... Just go ahead and tell me. Very impactful? Not that impactful? Like, what do you guys think? Definitely need more time. Hold on. Let me actually clean up the chat so that way you guys, I'll be able to see. There we go. I'm just cleaning up the chat so I can see just your opinions. Let me see. So, let me know what you guys feel. Good handling. They could have used more time. Interesting. Nice break. Completely guessed that one. No, you don't need those daggers. You don't need those daggers. You don't need that. You don't need it. TP? Nope. Damn. Put that one down there. Gotcha. Oh man, I guess those heavies are really that noticeable in lag. It's just sluggish. Oh shit, nice. Got that. Put one down here. Oh, I thought she had a dagger. Let's see what I can do here. Let me put one down. Put a regular one. DP. I'll just break out of it. Oh, I'll keep going. I hit my mic. I don't want to keep going too crazy. I'm not broken something. Finally can get out the lurkage. What's up, Heartbreak? How are you, man? Alright, so let's read. So I asked, how do you guys think they handled KI? Everyone, you know, with the release dates and everything. Do you think it was the right kind of delivery? Was the impact great enough for the folks that are waiting for this game? Some people, okay, let me read a couple answers. Someone said, let's see, good handling, they could have used more time. Would have gladly waited 6 months for everything to be done for Season 1. Let's see, should have been released on April. It's okay, nothing bad. Season 2, even in Season 2, I would have waited maybe even another 8 months. Feeling, I get, is that KI will always be a work in progress. Okay. Month by month patching is ridiculous. Let all the characters breathe. They rushed Season 2 hard. They should just make a new character every couple months. They did a great job. Love the game. Okay, okay. That only works if you introduced all the characters. Okay. It also doesn't let us experiment. Oh, that's a pretty good point there. It doesn't allow us to experiment with characters since everybody wants to play the new characters. They need to give us more time. That's very interesting. It's very interesting. I think I can agree with that. Let's see. You can't introduce one character a month and not fix things until the end of the season. It would be so broken, it would be dropped by everybody else. Okay. Okay, some pretty good answers. Those are some pretty good answers. Pretty good answers. Want to know what I think? I think that as much of a hardcore fan that I was of Killer Instinct, I never really thought about the delivery at first. I just wanted to play it. So when I heard it was announced, I didn't care if it was unfinished. I wanted to be the little kid that I always was, and I wanted to play the thing no matter what. Then it got to a point where when I finally got used to everything and it, you know, it just kind of placed in my, you know, category of games to play all the time. At that point, I wanted to see if the game could have improvements, could be better, way better than before. That's when the other part of me started thinking, okay, you know, hopefully this changes will happen, this changes will that happen. You know, I didn't really think about whether or not they delivered it very well the first time it came out. I just want to play it. Even if we were Square and, you know, polygon figures doing, you know, Killer Instinct moves, I'd still have a blast because it's KI, right? But I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I guess I could, you know, I guess I could say more time would have been nice, but you also got to keep in mind, you know, who's that patient to wait for a game like this, you know? Sometimes waiting might hurt a little bit more than usual. I don't know. I'll give more of my input after this. Hit him. Oh, I went the other way. Fuck. Damn it. You can actually manual that. It's giving me a hell of a lot of meter. Honestly, I mean, we already know, you know, like Microsoft pushed this game out, you know, early. Otherwise, you know, it would have had more time, you know, to work on all the characters. But again, like I said, in my mind, when I first heard about the game, you know, coming out, I didn't care. I wanted to play it, you know. And that's the selfish, nostalgic side of me. But then when I think about it, realistically, as hard as it would have been to wait, it would have made more sense, right? Having all the characters complete, having all the time in the world to tweak, balance, get everything perfect, right? It would have been beautiful, you know, it would have been fantastic. Just like Street Fighter, you know, releasing with all these different characters, everybody had something to do, you know? Everybody had an agenda with every single type of character, and there wasn't really so much of the same stuff over and over again. You know, that's why I think this game does very well with just the low amount of characters that it came out with in Season 1, because it had combo breaks, counter breakers, you know, it had, you know, all this different stuff, you know, like when you picked one character out of like, what, the 6 or 7 people that were out at that time, you could literally go nuts and just everything was unique when you did combos, right? It was beautiful up until we got up to the one chance breaks, and then that's where things got stale. But I think that's how this game really managed to blossom, because you had you know, a selection of characters, and when you picked them up, you had all the freedom in the world to do anything, right? And that's what, in my opinion, that's what kept this game going. That's why it's still going. Fortunately, there are a lot of folks that kind of don't like the new changes, you know, and I definitely wasn't a big fan of all the new stuff, but you know, I'm playing Connor, I'm having fun, you know, so I don't know. In my opinion, me myself was satisfied with the first year, and I really enjoyed it. As you know, versus other fighting games when you first start out, like sometimes you just will play it for a week and you will not like the entire game. A game like this that introduced, you know, more than just a combo breaker mechanic and other aspects from other games, it felt great. It felt like you had a lot of freedom. You know, so that's what I like. Is Jago still my main? Of course. Of course. Graves, if there is a Season 3, how would you like for them to handle the release? Release all the characters at once, but make sure that every single character is balanced and tweaked to oblivion. So that way when everything comes out, it's infinite hype for many, many, many months to come. Many debates. It'll just be wild. It'll be wild. But that's way easier said than done. It's incredibly hard to do that. You know, it takes a lot of time, you know. Wesker 260989. Oh, I guessed which Tremor Punch that was going to be. I didn't know which one it was. Can I leave the corner, please? Thanks. Appreciate it. Is this gonna happen again?